When we show up to our nervous system regulation practices, we want to have this understanding that all of it counts, right? All length of time counts, all little bits of it counts. We don't have to put ourselves into this rigid box and do it perfectly, right? For it to be highly effective. In fact, when we're able to show up to our practices from a place of flexibility with a loose grip, right? We're not like knuckling it, we're just kind of like holding it loosely. We are so much better able to receive our practices, all right? Because we're actually in a more parasympathetic state already when we show up to them. If we are white knuckling, if we feel like we have to do it perfectly, if we feel like it has to be a certain length of time for it to be effective or to count, that actually keeps us in that sympathetic state, maybe even in a state of kind of like fight or flight. We feel very on guard, very intense about it, walking like this tightrope. And so, but when we show up to our practices with ease, with like flexibility, yeah, we want to do them. But you know what? I got a few minutes right now while my tea is steeping or my coffee is brewing. I got a few minutes. I'm going to do a little bit of that belly breathing Eileen talked about. And you know, it only lasts for a few moments. And guess what? I feel a shift in my system. I'm feeling more grounded. Holy shit, that actually worked. So, yeah, this is something I see over and over again. One of the reasons I find that people are not consistent with their practices, myself included, for many years until this really clicked for me. One of the reasons is because we make it almost unobtainable. We make ourselves feel like it has to be a certain way for it to count. It has to be a super long length of time. It has to be done perfectly. It has to be the perfect moment. And I'm telling you, if that is your mindset when you're showing up to your nervous system regulation practices, it's going to be really hard to say yes to them. And you might say yes, but actually be on edge as you're doing them. And so, can we keep it light? Can we have fun with it? Can we just let it be an experience of exploration? Can we notice the really subtle shifts in our system? Can we trust the process that when we sprinkle it in consistently, I will say consistency is key, but consistency can look like just a few moments every day when you're sprinkling it in. Can we start to approach our practices in this way? Can this be the new lens that we look through? I'm telling you, if you are able to make that mindset shift, you're going to discover so much freedom. And you're going to find that you're doing these practices all the time without even realizing it. And that's going to accumulate, and your nervous system is going to feel that. And you're going to find yourself in such a more regulated place. All right. So, of course, we apply this to nervous system regulation practices. This is something that I teach inside Nourish Beyond the Plate. Actually, this is a thread through every single lesson and every podcast episode and every yoga therapy class I teach, this thread of, right, it all counts, right? Approaching with flexibility and ease and having fun with it and playing around and letting go of the all or nothing thinking, right? That is a thread throughout my whole membership. And yes, we apply this to our nervous system regulation practices, but I also want to encourage you to apply this mindset to the way that you approach exercise, right? Not always, yeah, having goals. If you like to have goals around your exercise and you like to have kind of a structure and a plan, there is nothing wrong with that. Do that with all freedom, but also understanding that it's okay for it to be fun, right? And we can shift things up from time to time. And sometimes we might just want to toss the whole plan we had for our exercise routine that day just to do something a little bit different. And all movement and all lengths of time count. And if you're someone that is struggling to feel motivated to exercise, this is going to be a super essential shift for you to allow all movement and all lengths of time to count and to invite play in. And yes, your body loves challenge, even if your mind doesn't always want it. Your body does love it, but we do need to approach it with kindness and compassion. So all stuff I teach inside Nourish Beyond the Plate. And of course, let's touch on gentle nutrition just for a moment. And when it comes to food, it's important to know that when we let go of rigidity, yes, we want to be mindful if we have food allergies, intolerance. I'm lactose intolerant, so I have to be mindful of that. If we have something going on and there's a reason to actually not have a food, then it would make sense to not have that food. That is actually really caring for and nourishing our body. But when we become overly rigid, that's actually not helpful. So we want to let go of that all or nothing black and white thinking around food. Yes, eat in a way that helps your body feel really balanced and really well, but we do not want to be cutting everything out, fearing food, living on edge, getting stuck in that sympathetic state, right? That fight or flight state, that on guard state. That's no fun, right? And so just understanding all nutrition counts, right? All the amazing nutrient dense things that you're eating do count, even if you have something that's just fun, like a piece of chocolate cake. Just had a delicious piece of vegan chocolate cake that we had over our camping weekend. It was like chocolate raspberry, a little raspberry in between the layers. And it was so delicious, right? And I also had kale salad on the camping trip, right? And I also had grilled veggies on the camping trip and avocado, all things I really like. And having the cake in no way, shape, or form cancels out the nutrients that I'm getting from the other foods. And in fact, having a delicious dessert that you truly do love and savoring it mindfully is part of health and wellness. It's part of just living a really balanced life. So, yeah, I want to just plant the seed to encourage you that it all counts, every little bit. When we're looking at our nervous system regulation practices, it counts, right? The small moments you have to ground. Let's do it right now, guys. I'm gonna sneak in a little practice for you. All right. So I want you to take a moment. If you are standing, you can do this standing. If you are seated, you can do this seated. If you are standing, you're gonna root your feet into the earth. Arms are by your side. All right. I want you to feel your feet in the earth. If you're actually walking, you can feel your feet making contact with the earth. If you are sitting down, I want you to feel the seat beneath you. Okay. And so just taking a moment to ground wherever you're at, whether your feet are making contact with the earth and you're really feeling your feet press against, right? The support beneath you. If you are seated right now, feeling the support beneath your body, all right? Can you start to notice the breath inside of you? If that feels hard to do, that's okay, but just getting curious about that. Can you feel your eyes gently resting in their sockets, your tongue gently resting in your mouth? Can you feel any sensation taking place in your fingertips or in your toes? And just taking a moment to be right here in your body. Again, if you're standing, just take a moment, feel the support beneath you. If you're seated, feel the support under your body. Notice sorry about my mic, notice the breath inside of you. Little grounding points like eyes resting in their sockets, tongue resting in your mouth, all right? Maybe you even tune in so much that you can feel the gentle ebb and the flow of the breath coming out through the nostrils, making contact with the skin beneath the nose. I'm going to pause my voice for just one moment. And my encouragement to you is to go through those grounding points that I just mentioned and try to just land in your body, even for a brief moment. So maybe you had a moment of landing in your body. Maybe you didn't. I want you to come back to this later and listen through the little key points that I said and try to really continue to land in your body. This is going to help to quiet the mind. It's going to help to expand your window of tolerance. And of course, we can add in some gentle belly breaths. Let's do a couple together, okay? You may have access to belly breathing. You may not. That's okay. If you don't have access, I just want you to visualize the breath going deep into the belly. Just like visualize, you could pick a color. I like a soothing color, blue, and you could visualize that color streaming down to the belly. Maybe the belly expands, maybe visualize the expansion, and the exhale, the belly softens and sinks, and the breath leaves. All right, so we'll do just a few rounds of that belly breathing because why not, right? Feel the support beneath you, whether you're standing or seated. The support beneath your feet, the support beneath your seat. Let's draw breath in through the nose. Gently draw breath in. You're either actually bringing the breath down into the belly and feeling the expansion of the belly, or you're visualizing that, building your mind-body connection. And on your exhale, the breath leaves, maybe the belly sinks. Let's do two more, okay? When you're ready, draw breath in. Let it come nice and deep. Find a nice slow release. Try to slow that exhale down. And taking one more when you're ready. Finding your exhale. And then landing in the body one more time. Feel the support beneath your feet, the support beneath your seat. Eyes resting in their sockets, tongue resting maybe on the roof of the mouth. Maybe you notice the breath in your body. And it counts, right? Just a little small taste, a little snack. It totally counts. So come back to your practices over and over again. Consistency is key, but it can be easeful, it can be light, it can be playful, it can be little bits. You can do this in the car. I mean, keep your eyes open. You can do this in the car. Feel the steering wheel under your hands, feel the texture there. You can do this when you're walking. You can do this when you're with other people, really feeling the seat beneath you. You can do this when you're eating, feeling the fork or the spoon in your hand, noticing the breath inside of you. It all counts. Let's sprinkle it in. All right, that is all I have for you today, and I'll see you soon.